We can't keep doing this, Nia. We cannot keep doing this. We both know that eventually we'll have to meet in that octagon. Now I know my relationship with Reggie, my boy, is strong. But this rivalry is stronger, damn it. The irresistible force Nia Jax. Mr. Muscle Mass possibly on steroids, the great one. Stipulation, MMA fight. Place, WrestleMania. Now, you want any of this? You want any of this? Tweet a heart emoji on Twitter and I'll know what you mean. I'll meet you in an octagon. The challenge is on again. I'm dead serious, by the way. That was not the funny part of the video. I don't really have anything funny to say, if I'm being honest, so what about this? Is that funny enough? That's actually real.
Okay, shorty?
What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today? It was a special episode of SmackDown because for the first time in 10 years, we saw Edge competing on Friday night SmackDown, which was a big deal, and I really love that match. I'll explain why. I probably don't have to, but I'll still anyway because I'm making a SmackDown review. Yeah, I will say for the most part I actually liked everything we saw tonight, except for the whole Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks stuff. I know it's one of the biggest WWE rivalries happening right now, and I'm pretty sure the match itself is going to be unbelievable. I'm very excited for the match. The story is just really bad, and if you don't feel that way, let me know why. I'm sure it will get better. I mean, it can't get worse. The show kicked off in a very weird way with Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair arguing. This leads to Bianca Belair saying that she won't save Sasha Banks tonight, you know, in case something happens, but Banks doesn't even expect that. So the first match of the show is actually the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship match, Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. The most beautiful fake laugh versus the most beautiful fake scream. I would make it a triple threat match. I don't like my chances. And you know, for what it was, I wouldn't say that this match was bad. I mean, sure, Sasha Banks is a tremendous wrestler, Nia Jax is a wrestler, but it really wasn't that bad. And Sasha Banks retained, and it seems like for now, everything between Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair is fine, so I'm sure they're gonna get along during their tag team championship match until something happens. And you know, Bianca Belair or Sasha Banks is gonna be the reason why they didn't win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, and one of them is gonna blame another, and we're gonna get this big rivalry. But I'm pretty sure, well, I'm not sure, I think that both women at WrestleMania are gonna be babyfaces, but that's just my prediction. Edge is excited to be on SmackDown, and he says that Daniel Bryan deserves that shot. He also said that Jey Uso could be one of the best talents we ever seen, but not as long as he's following Roman Reigns. I really appreciate this Jey Uso push. I like the fact that they're calling him Main Event Uso. What I don't like is that he loses all the time. Yes, he's facing all the main eventers, but the man is losing all the time, like 12 matches in a row, and that is not good. We also saw Seth Rollins talking about Cesaro. The suits are getting more ridiculous every week. I love it. Rollins finally figured it out. Cesaro is jealous of him. He makes fun of Cesaro's career, saying that he's just basically, you know, a jobber. Seth Rollins is a main eventer and Cesaro is a failure. He's the biggest waste of potential in WWE history. Rollins got interrupted by Nakamura and Seth Rollins tried to avoid the fight, saying, you know, you're better than Cesaro, you actually left respectfully. And surprisingly, Nakamura kicked the shit out of Seth Rollins, and this is actually going to be a match at Fastlane, Rollins versus Nakamura. Like I've said, I think we got that match at Survivor Series, I'm pretty sure, and I remember it being a very good match, so it does have a lot of potential. I'm also happy that Seth Rollins is actually facing Cesaro at WrestleMania. Right now it's pretty obvious, I'm sure, and I'm very happy for Cesaro. Finally, Cesaro can swing someone at WrestleMania instead of swinging his balls backstage. The tag team division keeps on improving on SmackDown. We saw the Street Profits versus Rey Mysterio and Dominik Mysterio, which was a pretty okay match in which Rey and Dominik Mysterio won, but after the match we saw Chad Gable and Otis who challenged them into a match. We also saw Dolph Ziggler and Rude on commentary with the Street Profits, and like I've said, the tag team division is really nice. So of course we got Alpha Academy versus Rey Mysterio and Dominik, who just had a match. This was also pretty decent, but of course Otis and Chad Gable won, and like I've said, the tag team division is pretty okay. Like, I get it, it's not perfect, and for now, the best tag team division is obviously in AEW. they really love tag team matches. They just, I don't know what to tell you. It's so good, it's actually pretty annoying at this point. Way too many tag. I already talked about this. AEW fans are way too sensitive, I don't want to piss you off. I'm lying, I actually do. Sami Zayn tries to get Kevin Owens on his side, saying that, you know, Logan Paul actually agrees with me, he's gonna look into it. And Kevin Owens says, maybe it's just your fault, I don't think there's a conspiracy. And Sami Zayn says, watch my match against King Corbin and you'll see what I mean. So of course we got that match, Sami Zayn versus King Corbin. Before that match we actually got a video package saying that this is a match that nobody wants to see. Who made this, by the way? WWE were like, yes, we're booking this match, but it's a match that doesn't matter, nobody wants to What do you mean? If that's the case, you should have that package for every Nia Jax match. Boom, roasted. I'll meet you in an octagon at WrestleMania. Anyway, Sami tried to cheat and of course he lost the match and he's angry at the referee even though the referee didn't really do anything. And Kevin Owens agrees. The referee didn't do anything wrong. Kevin Owens keeps talking and BAM! I did not expect that at all. That was actually a very good spot. So are we getting Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania? I know it's a match we've seen thousands of times, but I wouldn't really mind it. Kevin Owens doesn't have a match. Sami Zayn definitely deserves a WrestleMania match after being so entertaining for like, I don't know, a couple of years now. And we all know that these two can steal the show. So I wouldn't really mind seeing this match at WrestleMania. We saw Daniel Bryan talking about Edge versus Jey Uso match. He says the difference between Edge and Daniel Bryan is that Edge thinks he can beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, but Daniel Bryan knows he can beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. The whole point of this promo was that Daniel Bryan can submit Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns never tapped out in his career, but Daniel Bryan knows that he can actually do it. It's just that Roman Reigns never actually faced a submission specialist. He's right, he never faced the Great Khali. So this story, Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan versus Edge, gets more and more interesting every week, and right now, honestly, I would go with a triple threat match. It has so much more potential. We saw a conversation between Big E and Apollo, and you know, it was basically the same stuff we saw before. Big E saying that you're basically done. Apollo starts talking in Nigerian accent and Big E just gets angry. He starts searching for Apollo and they finally meet and we got this big brawl, which was actually pretty nice. I actually love this rivalry. I kind of wanted to see a ladder match at WrestleMania, you know, an Intercontinental Championship 8-man ladder match or something, but I guess it's fine because it's a big story, and I'm just glad the Intercontinental Championship is going to be defended at WrestleMania. We saw Bianca Belair versus Shayna Baszler, in which the match ended in no contest because we got Natalya and Tamina, and oh my god, I really don't give a... And of course we saw Edge versus Jey Uso, Edge's first match on SmackDown in 10 years, and dude, did I love this match. Let me explain. Edge is an absolute veteran. For me, wrestling is not about the flips and dives. For me, it's about storytelling, and Edge did exactly that. He injured his ribs and sold them during the match. Sometimes when he tried to do a move, he couldn't even do it because he sold the injury. He made Jey Uso look like an absolute star, and he basically proved that he's still amazing in the ring. So I really appreciate all the selling in this match, and this actually also had a very good finish. Edge slams Uso's arm into the mat, and we got a spear. Edge wins, he's celebrating, and we got spear from Roman Reigns. So I don't know, man, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a triple threat match at WrestleMania, and also Edge is gonna be the special enforcer for the Fastlane match, you know, Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns. And I'm pretty sure during this match something is gonna happen that will lead to Daniel Bryan being in that WrestleMania match. Edge is gonna make a mistake or something, and that's gonna be the story. So SmackDown was alright, you know, big deal, you know, they even had these video packages of greatest Edge's SmackDown moments, which was pretty cool. So that was a decent episode of SmackDown. Thank you for watching the video, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.